So we're doing a welfare check on you. So what is this thing? So we're here at Ty's house. Ty used to have a pretty badass Ranger, LS Ranger, with all the bells and whistles and trinkets that he built himself, right?
Yeah.
My God!
He wins. Holy crap. What's happening?
How was it?
That's it. Very good. That's the weekend.
It was pretty big.
That was awesome.
A little bit sketchy.
A little bit.
And then all of a sudden he doesn't have his badass Ranger, and then all of a sudden it turns into Ty building something again. Because
Now I got nothing.
right. So what is this thing?
This is just a big long truck. So we have a family now and we need to be able to hold the whole family.
Hey boys.
Those guys. It's a little long, but
Well, let's talk about the cab, the year.
it's a square body Chevy. When I was a kid, my dad had a square body, and we
Yep.
ended up finding a good deal on a square body, so we decided to go that route. Kind of wanted a Ford OBS, but this is kind of what we got.
All right, so you started with a crew cab C10 style, which is pretty rare, right?
Yeah, they're getting that way.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people build the single cabs, but they don't have the 4-door,
Yeah.
and that's badass. And so you're full tube chassis, right?
So it started as a, I traded my truck for the Fusion 6100 truck, which is a little long. It's a little longer than I wanted, but we were kind of at a point where it's like, do you cut up all of their work that was pretty figured out, you know? It's,
Yep.
just, it's a little longer than I wanted, but basically all the pivots were set up and ready to go. So we
Yeah, all the
decided to
geometry was in there.
Yeah, just roll with it. I mean, it's like, where do you stop, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. So what's left of Fusion? Like, so let's start at the
basically,
front.
Like, we cut everything here out and sleeved some of it in and started to where, because it just wouldn't, I wanted to, my thought originally was to just set a cab over it, which obviously isn't going to work
Sure.
at all.
Let him dream.
So basically, cut the whole center out, try to make it as accessible as possible.
Totally.
Yeah, just kind of made it fit the cab.
It's all chromoly,
DOM.
DOM,
Yeah.
2-inch and 1.75 inch.
2 inch, 1.75 inch, and
Yep.
11 inch and a half.
So front end, so the bulkhead, like where the lowers are, that's all Fusion stuff too, right?
Still all the Fusion, full front end with I think it's a 3.0 or a 3.5 rack. I was always nervous on my old truck was we were on 2-inch snouts
Yep.
and a 2 1/4 camberger end. So this has 3 1/4 rear
Hubs,
hubs.
yep.
It has all the Jmar brakes.
Sure.
It has the good parts at least. So even if it goes on something else, or whatever,
Absolutely.
you know, it's-
So ADS shock package.
yeah, we kind of went that route. There was some lead time issues, so we went with ADS. Still undecided.
What about your powertrain?
Robert called me and it's done. Robert Marizzi built me a 418
Yep.
with the monster Frankenstein head and
Sure.
the big Holley high-rise manifold and stuff. So yeah, it's done. So that's kind of exciting, and haven't shown
This is
much progress,
perfect.
but it should start coming together.
Absolutely. So right now you've got everything kind of. You got wheel. Do you know your wheelbase on this thing?
It's 145 inches.
Okay.
It's pretty long.
Well, that's kind of typical crew cab style. If you're not like shortening wheelbase.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
And that's kind of what it looks like. It looks like maybe it's gonna fit a short bed on here, right?
Yep. That's the goal.
And what about bed sides and fiberglass? Do you have a manufacturer? Do they make something for this?
So I got on a list to get AutoFab, but I haven't heard anything back. So I ordered Hanneman
Yep.
to get me at least where I could at least fit up the front.
Sure.
Because we want to fit up the radiator.
Package it.
Kind of package it so
Totally.
we can get rolling forward. And then the rears I haven't even ordered just because I kind of want to go to the desert. So
Yeah.
Question in the back.
Yes, Evan. Yes, Evan.
Are you keeping the marker lights?
Yes.
oh, the marker lights are gonna stay for sure. Yeah. So yeah, been working on that. Been paneling in the back a little bit.
Sure.
Just, working on the exhaust. The biggest thing I ran into, like I'm kind of bummed about, is like I really wanted to have Danny do some nice headers.
Sure.
But generally trophy trucks, right? Center mount trucks, the
Yeah.
big fender well headers, and then come out the side.
Yep.
You just don't really have that option.
Sure.
And I didn't really want to do a whole subfloor,
Yep.
so it has fender well headers right now. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping to maybe have Danny build me some at least bigger
Sure.
fender well headers, because
Yep.
I know Robert said it's going to choke this motor up, and
Yeah. What's the primaries? What size?
they're inch and 7/8,
Okay.
but still they're just kind of an off the shelf block hugger header.
Okay, gotcha.
I got them straight into 3 inch as soon as I could.
Yep. So, what is your like estimated completion time? Like, what are you working on right now, and when do you anticipate finishing this
I
thing?
just got the exhaust welded up, which I was kind of gave me a tough time. I'm not really had a lot of help from like Danny and stuff, but
Yeah.
I'm still just kind of here with a little cheap welder
Yep,
trying
yep.
to do it. But anyways, the exhaust is done. Everything should start coming together. I really hope
Yeah.
to. I plan to get it running before it's like finished. I want to get out there and just
Yep.
drive it. The motor's gonna come back from Robert. The transmission is done from Colhane already. AJ already did the rear diff.
Sure.
You know, it's got a 10-inch. So the goal is really fuel system, some lines. I mean, there's little things to do. Pretty dirty right now, but
It's all good. We're just doing a welfare check. We just want to see what you've been working on.
yeah,
You know? Are you gonna run AC?
I don't plan to.
Okay.
It's just a lot more stuff.
Sure.
Gotta look from over here.
It has AC built into the windows.
Under the window?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I think it's 60 at 60 they call it. So you just crack those, go 60, you get 60.
I plan to do the like,
Yeah.
swamp coolers off like the old cars that hang in the window.
Yeah, the barrel thing. Yeah, that'd be cool.
AC, just I get it. I understand if I was driving a lot, but it pisses me off. It's just more heat and stuff. Like I want to rip this, and
Sure.
the goal is new Rage at the River. Maybe I'd like to have Roy drive it and
Yep.
see what it could do at Rage at the River.
Yeah, it'd be cool. What's your next endeavor right now?
Next weekend to go pick up the motor from Robert and then
Swap it out.
Really, hopefully start hitting it. Hopefully Hanneman has some good news for me.
Mm-hmm.
I got some front fenders so I can figure out the hood, and I got to build a shroud for the radiator and pick that up at the swap meet. Hopefully it should start coming together. Feels like it hasn't really showed much progress, but
Well, I think towards the end of a build, the smaller stuff doesn't visually it's not as visually stimulating because it doesn't look like you're doing as much.
yeah,
Like when you're building a cage, then you see that stuff go together quickly.
yeah.
And then when you start doing the little odds and ends, they take so much longer, and you just don't see them until like everything starts to compile. You know?
And another big thing is money. I'm trying
Yeah.
to like not do things cheap, but things that I can do better later, like a fuel pump. I'm gonna run like I have a Bosch 44 pump.
Yep.
I'm gonna make it to where it's a clamp in deal, so I can run the welding later.
Yeah.
But you know I have it and it's new, so I'm gonna run it just like
Yep.
because it's $500, $500, $1,000,
Oh yeah.
$2,000, stuff like that. Just
Yeah. Try to get some wins where you can.
it's not realistic for someone who doesn't have a huge bank account. So.
Totally. The tie-in plates are bolt-in.
Yeah, I don't know. I just did. I tried to make as much stuff bolt in as possible.
Yeah.
Just like nutserts,
Sure.
into the cab and then.
Yeah, I like that. It's different. Now, does the cab? So you're welded on the bottom. This thing won't come off anymore, right? It's
whole
final.
bottom plate is bolted together. The idea was because my track record, like the last truck, Matt knows.
Okay.
I think we've rolled maybe 5 times or so.
No.
I don't want to roll this, but
Once. Just
Anyways,
like one time.
Just one time.
The idea-
One time.
It was just
Yeah, one time. The idea was to make it fairly easy to come off, but
Yeah.
you know, I don't know. It's probably gonna end up welded. And
Well, a lot of that stuff when you roll, like you're really just gonna cut the top.
Yeah.
So if your like tie-ins are bolt in,
yeah,
you're kind of dialed. Just chop that thing.
yeah.
with a
The Ranger
sawzall.
got so bad to where Roy was laughing about it, but I think Roy's got a good mix of like making it happen and
Yeah.
also knowing how to do it right. So he was laughing about the cab. It's like just pinched over it and bolted together because
Yeah.
it's been rolled so many times, you know. So
Yeah, it's like draped.
yeah,
I think you and Matt are kind of the garage guys with these things. Like you've had success like that.
yeah. Matt's is definitely nicer as long as we can get out there, you know, together.
Totally. I think that's the moral of the story is these things are attainable. Like you don't have to be some big gnarly builder to
Yeah.
get these things going and still have the same amount.
Beat up Ranger for a chassis, and you know, it's not gonna be perfect, you know.
Hey, when you guys are ready to revamp this, we should keep like some sort of similar look
Yeah.
on the doors. Maybe it's ties, garage cabinets. You know, when you guys are ready to do some design work on this, let me know. Ties since 1946. Garage, fab, and closet design.
So
Maiden voyage gonna be? You already thinking about that?
The maiden
It
voyage.
might even be driving on just coilovers for a little bit. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe a car show. Just go drink a beer.
sure.
Because at this point, I just want to get it moving. You know.
Yep.
But once it has shocks and everything, probably the dunes, and then after riding with Roy, I want to have him. I'd like to ride with him and like raise the trigger or something. And see
That'd be
You
cool.
want him to drive this?
I do. I think he
That's-
knows.
You want him to drive this? Are you sure?
This is the culmination of a lot of years of practice and doing it, and like a pretty unhealthy disregard for one's own safety.
Need like a
You were just talking about how he drives your old
He's a
truck.
fucking wheelman. I mean, it would
No,
be cool.
no, Roy is one of the best.
As long as he
I
pays
think
for the
it'd be fun. I
repairs.
think if anyone,
Yeah,
if he
yeah,
put a little
he
bit of his,
repairs it, yeah.
if he put a little bit of his shock love, and it'd be cool to see how he could hang with some dudes at Rage, you know.
Here's the thing though, it's like if you guys do that, it needs to be full of dudes.
What do you mean by that?
Whoa,
Four
man.
people.
Easy, man.
4 people.
You gotta have 4 people in here.
4 full-size seats.
Yeah, it's a little tight. The way it kind of worked out was the rear partition's kind of far forward. It's another thing where if I did it all, I would probably have done it different. But where do you stop? You know, at this point, it's like let's get it going.
What about wiring and plumbing?
I'm probably just gonna do. I have a Holly Terminator, so I'm gonna run that. Holly was pretty good to me.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna do Switch Pros.
But you're gonna do all this stuff?
Yeah.
Badass.
Yeah.
And you did the same thing with your Ranger, right? Plumbed in
Yeah.
and wired it?
The Switch
You
Pros
did it, though.
worked really well. So
Yeah, absolutely.
like I mean, if I had unlimited money, you know, I'd have my friend here do like Motec and have a sick Motec dash.
T66 turbos with NOS and a Motec system exhaust.
Well, I think that's it. I think we just want to, like, we'll do another one of these things when it's running, and then, like, I just have you back in, and I think everybody can kind of expect to see this thing at some point back in the crew, if you will. We're glad you're okay. We've been getting reports from your wife that
sitting
you're
here
just
trying
in
to-
this room in here, you know, doing weird stuff, making noises.
Outside bad. It sounds scary.
Trying to TIG weld back.
We're stoked for you, dude, because we love you. We love you guys out here.
you guys.
We love you and Matt, and we can't wait to see this thing finished and ripping with the boys. So, with that said, good luck on the rest of the build. Let us know what you need. If you need anything, we are here for you. And comment, like, and subscribe. If you guys have any ideas for Ty, maybe throw it in the comments, and he might respond to you, or he might not. Who knows?
Make some fiberglass appear.
Yeah. Any fiberglass guys out here want to make a cool kit for a C10? Hit up Ty. Let him know.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Love you all. See ya.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.